This is the story of the greatest sniper ever lived. This is the story of White Death. If you're new to our channel, check out similar videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Never miss similar updates. In the Viipuri province in southern Finland, close to the Russian border, in the Kiskinen hamlet of the Rautharvi municipality, Häyhä was born. His father, Juho Häyhä, was the proprietor of the Mattila farm, and Simo's mother, Katrina, was a devoted and hardworking farmer's wife. He was the seventh of 8 children in the Lutheran farming family. Together with his elder brother, he farmed his family's farm and went to school in the village of Mattila, which is located in the Kivenapa parish. Prior to joining the military, he was a farmer, hunter, and skier. At the age of 17, Häyhä enlisted in the Civil Guard, a voluntary militia in Finland. In the Viipuri province, he won shooting competitions, and it was said that his home was filled with marksmanship awards. Since he didn't want to steal the show, he typically stood in the rear of the group in early images until later success made him feel compelled to take the front seat. At the age of 19, Häyhä enlisted in the Bicycle Battalion 2 in Raivola, Viipuri province, to serve his 15-month military enlistment. He was a conscript officer in Tirijoki's Bicycle Battalion 1 and went to the non-commissioned officer school. At a training facility in Udi, he eventually received full sniper training in 1938, a year before the war. Major Tapio Saarelainen, who has authored 5 books about Häyhä and has seen him multiple times, claims that Häyhä was able to gauge distances with an accuracy of 1 meter to 150 meters. This was an unbelievable accomplishment with a bolt-action rifle, considering that each cartridge had to be manually fed with a fixed magazine that held together 5 cartridges. Saarelainen writes of Häyhä's Civil Guard training, in which he once hit a target 16 times in 1 minute from 150 meters away. During the Battle of Kolla, in temperatures between 40 and 20 degrees Celsius, Häyhä served as a sniper in the Finnish Army's 6th Company of Infantry Regiment 34 under Lieutenant Arne Juutalainen. This was during the 1939-1940 Winter War between Finland and the Soviet Union. He was entirely covered in white camouflage, since snipers could easily see Soviet soldiers in the winter because they were not provided with camouflage clothes for most of the battle. The Red Army was incredibly chaotic as a result of Joseph Stalin's Great Purge, which included the expulsion of military professionals in the late 1930s. According to Finnish reports, the Red Army dubbed Häyhä the White Death. Although it has been claimed that the name White Death was given to Häyhä by the Russians, evidence from prisoners indicates that the term White Death actually refers to a severe frost in the deep forest. The term White Death for Häyhä originally rose in late 1980s Finnish Winter War literature. One of the main themes of Finnish propaganda throughout the war was the White Death. The invisibility of the Finnish soldier in Finnish newspapers led to the creation of the mythological figure. He was also known among Finns as the magic shooter, which added to the legend. A Soviet soldier was seized, blindfolded, spun around until he became disoriented, and then taken to a party in the tent of Häyhä's company, Lieutenant Arne. The terror of Morocco, Juutalainen, according to Häyhä's war book. The Soviet soldier was delighted by the revelry and disappointed to be let go. In less than 100 days, Häyhä completed all of her skills, averaging 5 per day during a season with minimal daylight hours. Only those who were confirmed to be dead were counted in his sniper kill total, which was based on his own reporting and the confirmation of his fellow soldiers. When numerous snipers fired at the same target, no count was made. Häyhä was the commander of the group when the main slain with a submachine gun were not counted. When he presented Häyhä with an honorary rifle on February 17, 1940, Häyhä's division commander Antero Svensson credited him with 219 confirmed kills with a rifle and an equal number of kills with a submachine gun. Häyhä recorded his highest daily total of 25 kills on December 21, 1939. Military chaplain Antti Rantamaa recorded 259 confirmed rifle kills and an equivalent number of submachine gun kills in his diary from the start of the conflict until March 7, 1940. The day Häyhä was seriously hurt. Later on in his work, Rantamaa assigned Häyhä a total kill count of 542. Although Häyhä never spoke about it in public, his own personal memoir found in 2017 makes a number of claims. He starts out by saying this is his sin list, and he thinks he shot about 500 people in total. Risto Marjorma, a historian from Finland, challenges the big figure, given that it was difficult to establish casualties in the absence of remains. Häyhä was credited with more than 200 killings in Marjorma's article, which was published by the National Biography of Finland. The use of Häyhä's accomplishments as a propaganda tool further complicates matters. During the early stages of the conflict, the Finnish press created a hero's tale around Häyhä. A Sacco M2830 from the early series with the serial number 35281 and the Civil Guard number S60974 was used by Häyhä. It was a Mosin Nagant rifle made specifically for the Finnish Civil Guard known as the Pistikkorva, a chambered for the 7.62 by 53R Mosin Nagant cartridge. He carried a Suomi KP-31 submachine gun and led the remainder of his unit in battle. Iron sights allow a sniper to provide a smaller target for the adversary and can be trusted even in extremely cold weather, in contrast to telescopic sights that often become cloudy in cold weather, which is why Häyhä has favored them over telescopic sights. The fact that sunshine may reflect off the lenses and disclose the sniper's location is another drawback of telescopic sights. Häyhä preferred not to transfer to the Soviet scope rifle because she had no prior experience using them. Häyhä prepared for the extreme cold by wearing several layers of clothing. He had bread and sugar in his pockets, eating them to get the calories his body needed to stay warm. His 160 centimeters of short stature helped him hide his identity. He could remain still and watch the adversary for hours or days hidden in a snow pit. Häyhä would typically move to the spot he had chosen well before dawn and remain there until well after sundown. He would frequently build high mounds of snow in front of his position to conceal himself, protect his rifle from impact, and lessen the muzzle blast's signature snow-stirring puff. In order to mask his breath in the chilly air from revealing his location, he was reputed to hold snow in his lips while sniping. On March 6, 1940, a Red Army soldier fired an explosive bullet that struck Häyhä's lower left jaw, leaving him with serious injuries. He was dumped on a heap of dead bodies after the battle since he appeared to be dead. A fellow soldier was sent by his commanding officer to look for Häyhä. The soldier saw a leg twitching within the pile and discovered Häyhä, who was still alive but comatose. When other soldiers helped him escape, they noted that half of his face was missing. Most of his lower jaw, his left cheek, and upper jaw had all been destroyed by the bullet. There were widespread reports of Häyhä's passing in Finland and the Soviet Union. A week later, on March 13th, the day that peace was formally announced, he regained consciousness. After reading an article about his own death in a newspaper, he wrote the publication to clarify the error. He underwent 26 surgeries and needed 14 months to recuperate from his injuries. It was Häyhä's ambition to fight in the continuation war. He was exempted, nevertheless, because of the seriousness of his facial wounds, which he was still healing from. It took Häyhä several years to recover from his wound, which necessitated protracted medical care and multiple surgeries. Despite having a permanently scarred face, he otherwise made a good recovery and was given a farm in Valkarvi Ruokolahti, a small municipality in southeast Finland close to the Russian border following World War II. He developed into a prosperous dog breeder and moose hunter. In addition to farming, he also enjoyed hunting, and over the years, Urho Kekkonen, the president of Finland, joined some of his hunting trips. He received hate mail and even death threats from those who disapproved of his activities during the Winter War. Being well known made him wary of crowds because the wounds he received during the battle left visible scars on his face. He never got married and led a single life. Even though he appreciated his job, he experienced loneliness and dread. Nights were particularly challenging for him. Häyhä was regarded as a modest man who never exalted his valor throughout the battle. He hardly ever discussed his experiences in the conflict. In 1998, when asked how he had become such a skilled sharpshooter, he simply said, "Practice." Just before his 96th birthday in December 2001, and in an Independence Day interview with Helsingin Sanomat, Häyhä talked openly about his military service. He was questioned about his feelings of regret for killing so many people. He answered, "I try my best to comply with what was requested of me." Finland wouldn't exist unless everyone else followed suit. Häyhä spent his latter years in a Hamina nursing facility for veterans of war, where he passed away in 2002 at the age of 96. In his hometown of Ruokolahti, he was laid to rest. He never got married and never had kids. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe to our channel to never miss out on similar videos.